Terence "Bud" Crawford is gearing up for what could be the defining fight of his career, a September 13th showdown against Saul Canelo Álvarez in Las Vegas. This high-stakes clash at super middleweight pits two pound-for-pound boxing greats against each other, with Crawford moving up two weight classes from his last fight at 154 pounds to challenge the Mexican superstar at 168 pounds. The anticipation surrounding this matchup is electric, as it represents not only a stylistic clash but also a test of Crawford's ability to transcend weight classes and cement his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats. The boxing world is buzzing with opinions, from fans and analysts to Crawford's inner circle, all weighing in on whether he can overcome the physical and tactical challenges posed by Canelo, a fighter with a storied career and a reputation for handling opponents with ease. Crawford's preparation for this fight has been nothing short of intense, as detailed in a recently released training camp series by DAZN, which offers an in-depth look at his regimen. The series showcases Crawford's commitment to sharpening his skills and adapting to the new weight class. It features clips of his best shadowboxing routines, where his fluid movement and crisp combinations are on full display, alongside his explosive speed punches on the heavy bag. Strength and conditioning exercises form a significant part of his training, with routines designed to build the power and endurance needed to compete at 168 pounds. One particularly grueling workout includes a farmer's walk with 20-kilo kettlebells for 30 yards, punctuated by 6 squats every 15 yards. Following this, Crawford performs 36 thrusters with 16-kilo dumbbells, a nod to his age and a testament to his relentless work ethic. These exercises are tailored to ensure he can carry his speed and power into the higher weight class while maintaining the agility that has defined his career. The training footage also highlights Crawford's diet and nutrition, a critical aspect of his preparation as he adjusts to the new weight class. Moving up from his natural welterweight limit of 147 pounds, where he reigned as undisputed champion, to 168 pounds requires careful management to avoid compromising his speed or stamina. The series shows meticulously planned meals designed to help him gain muscle mass without sacrificing agility. Crawford himself has expressed confidence in this transition, noting that the additional 7 pounds he needs to gain for the fight will be a boon rather than a burden. Unlike past fights where cutting weight was a struggle, this time he can focus on building strength, which he believes will benefit him in the long run. His physique in the training clips appears noticeably bulkier, a sign that he's already adapting to the demands of super middleweight. Crawford's camp is overseen by his trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, who has carefully curated a preparation strategy to ready him for Canelo's unique challenges. A key component of this strategy is sparring with larger fighters to simulate the physicality he'll face in the ring. Bomac has selected Guatemalan super middleweight contender Lester Martinez as a primary sparring partner. Martinez, who recently claimed a fourth-round knockout victory over Johan James, brings the size and power needed to prepare Crawford for Canelo's style. Bomac believes Martinez's attributes make him an ideal stand-in for Álvarez, allowing Crawford to fine-tune his approach against a bigger, stronger opponent. This choice reflects the camp's focus on replicating the conditions Crawford will encounter on fight night, ensuring he's ready for the physical and tactical demands of the bout. The move to 168 pounds is a bold one for Crawford, who has never fought above 154 pounds. Unlike other fighters who ease into a new weight class with tune-up bouts, Crawford is diving straight into a championship fight against one of the sport's biggest names. This leap introduces uncertainties, particularly regarding how his speed and power will translate against a naturally larger opponent. Canelo, a two-time undisputed super middleweight champion, holds a significant size advantage and has a proven track record of neutralizing younger, explosive fighters. His recent victory over William Skull, a larger and arguably more dynamic opponent, demonstrated his ability to control the pace and dictate terms in the ring. Despite Skull's physical advantages, Canelo's timing and experience allowed him to dominate, raising questions about whether Crawford can disrupt the Mexican's rhythm. Crawford's team, however, remains unfazed. They believe his unorthodox style, high boxing IQ, and adaptability make him a unique challenge for Canelo. Bernie Davis, a close associate of Crawford, argues that no sparring partner can fully replicate what Crawford brings to the ring. His ability to switch stances seamlessly, combined with his tactical unpredictability, creates what Davis calls an unsolvable puzzle for opponents. While some expect Crawford to emulate Floyd Mayweather's elusive, defensive style, others believe he'll take a more aggressive approach, leveraging his speed and counterpunching to neutralize Canelo's power. Davis is confident that Crawford's fighting spirit and desire to win will set him apart, predicting that he could make Canelo look like sludge in the ring, much like he did in his dominant 2023 victory over Errol Spence Jr. That fight against Spence, where Crawford secured a lopsided victory to become undisputed welterweight champion, remains a benchmark for his greatness. It showcased his ability to dismantle a highly skilled opponent with precision and power, and his camp believes he can replicate that performance against Canelo. However, the jump to 168 pounds presents new challenges. Canelo's reduced output in recent fights hasn't diminished his ability to land clean, heavy shots that sway judges, and his experience against elite opponents like Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol, his only 2 career losses, gives him an edge in high-pressure situations. Some analysts question whether Crawford's stance switching will be effective against a veteran like Canelo, who has seen and countered a wide range of styles throughout his career. Social media reactions to Crawford's training footage are mixed, reflecting the polarized opinions within the boxing community. Some fans are impressed by his sharpness and believe the added weight has enhanced his power without compromising his speed. He's looking good. Looks like he's going to try and outbox Canelo. He can certainly win the fight that way, one user commented. Others, however, are skeptical, noting that he appears slower and suggesting that the move to super middleweight could expose him to Canelo's punishing power. Looks slow, old, and nearly 40. Canelo will retire him, another user wrote. Despite these concerns, Crawford's camp dismisses the notion that his age, 37, will be a factor. They point out that he has taken minimal punishment throughout his career, preserving his physical prime and allowing him to approach this fight with the same hunger that has driven him to titles in 4 weight classes. Crawford's confidence stems from his ability to adapt in the ring, a trait he considers his greatest asset. "I'm the type of guy who likes to feel my fighters out and adjust to what they're doing," he said in a recent interview. "I think that's my greatest attribute, to be able to figure out every opponent I've faced thus far." This adaptability has been evident throughout his career, from his tough points victory over Israil Madrimov at 154 pounds to his sparring sessions against heavyweights, where he's reportedly wobbled much larger opponents. World Boxing Council lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson recounted a sparring session where Crawford rocked a 200-pound-plus fighter, underscoring his surprising power. "I think he's got all the tools and ability to beat anybody and everybody," Stevenson told EAS News. "There's nothing he can't do in the ring." The boxing fraternity is divided on whether super middleweight is a step too far for Crawford. While his resume at 147 and 154 pounds is impeccable, the 14-pound jump to face Canelo introduces variables that even his most ardent supporters acknowledge. Former 2-weight world champion Andre Ward, who retired undefeated, is among those backing Crawford. "I'm not betting against Terence right now against anybody," Ward said on the All the Smoke podcast, praising Crawford's mentality and skill. Ward, who shares a similar competitive drive, believes Crawford's heart and adaptability make him a formidable opponent, even against a fighter of Canelo's caliber. Timothy Bradley, another former champion who sparred with Crawford years ago, echoed this sentiment, recalling how Crawford's timing and grit stood out even early in his career. "He just kept meeting me," Bradley said, noting how Crawford rose to the challenge in sparring, refusing to back down despite Bradley's status as a world champion. For Canelo, this fight is an opportunity to silence critics who argue his prime has passed. At 35, he remains a dominant force, with a resume that includes titles in multiple divisions and victories over top-tier opponents. His experience and ring savvy make him the favorite, but Crawford's team believes the Mexican has yet to face a fighter with Bud's unique combination of speed, power, and intelligence. The September 13th clash at Legion Stadium is being billed as a battle that could define the era, with the potential to elevate Crawford to legendary status or reaffirm Canelo's dominance. As Crawford himself put it, "We're going to see come fight time what my advantage is." For now, he's training with the intensity of a man determined to prove he belongs among the sport's all-time greats, and the boxing world is watching closely to see if he can pull off the upset of a lifetime.